Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon Faulkner, and welcome to Village Core, where we live our mission, which is to connect, share, learn, and build intergenerational connections for mutual learning. This is a place where entrepreneurs and youth tech minds join forces with senior wisdom and skills to bring you meetings like this. Today, we'll be talking about Canva and how you can use it for a variety of purposes, like presentations, making different types of posters, or just having fun and letting your creativity out. So I have just started one of the first steps in order to create a Canva account. I simply signed up with my Gmail account. You can sign up with any account as well. You can use Apple, you can use Gmail, you can use Yahoo, you can use anything that is connected to an email. And I have just simply signed up to put in my information. And now we're at the first step of actually creating a Canva account and getting ready to kind of design and kind of create what we want to. So here we can see a prompt. What will you be using Canva for? So you might be a large company that is looking to make different posters, different Instagram posts, or different things online that you want to use for Canva, or you might be a student in school who might be wanting to use Canva for creating different posters, creating different presentations, creating different flyers, that sort of thing as well. There's also nonprofit or for charity, which means you'll be creating a lot of posters, you'll be creating a lot of posts to get a lot of attention towards your nonprofit. There's also personal, where if you want to create different posters, if you just want to have a little bit of fun, let your creative side out, that sort of thing, this is a place where you can do it as well. Or if you're a teacher where you want to kind of make a fun and engaging activity for your students using Canva, you certainly can, using their different templates, using their different tools, and all that good stuff. Or if you are a small business, this is where you can design your brand and start from the ground up and get those posters going out and get everything ready to go. Seeing as I am currently using this for my personal use, I do have a school account for Canva. We can see that there I can choose the personal side of Canva. So here we have two different types of Canva. Canva is free with some templates, but as well, you can also pay for things like Canva Pro or Canva for Teams. So Canva Pro is around $15 a month for one person. That's across all devices, no matter what, uh, if as long as you're signed in on the same account. You get access to the entire library of content, templates, fonts, and a lot more. You get boost your creativity, and AI will be there to help you. And you get to also work smarter with background remover and a magic switch, which basically allows you to take things in and out and make sure that they are perfect and ready to go. There's also Canva for Teams, which is a larger group. That you'll be working with. This is around $16 a month for one person. You get everything you get with Canva Pro for everybody. You get to create on-brand content around across your team every time, and you get to set up designs, approvals, roles, and permissions for specific people. So this might be something that you use if you're starting a small business, if you're working with a larger business, something like a nonprofit, or if you're just a teacher setting up different things for your students in class. Since I am not going to pay for any of these right now, we'll hit the maybe later button. So now here we go. We started with our new Canva account, and now we have a few options. On the left, we have the sidebar where we can see everything that I am currently either working on, the different templates for a brand, or the different apps that I'm using. On the main screen, we can also see what will you design today. We have templates that Canva has picked for me. We have different things like docs, whiteboards, presentations, social media, videos, print products, websites, and much, much more. You can also customize the size. You can upload different files into Canva that you might want to edit. These can be things like PDFs. These things can be Google Docs. It can also be things like different presentations that you're working on. And then, of course, you can save them all in order to work on later, or you can export them to different things in order to have it right there for you. We can also see on top where it says the Canva logo, there's the design spotlight, there's Canva for business, education, prices and planning, and then also you can learn more about how to use Canva. So here we have some different options. Like you might want to try playing with Canva, creating a doc, creating a whiteboard presentation, video, Instagram post, and the poster as well. We can also see my recent designs. So when I create a different type of design, this is where it'll populate. So you can access your work easily and get to it as fast as possible. We also have something called the Magic Studio, which the Magic Studio allows you to kind of play around with different formats. It also allows you to basically use AI to create different things, like different sound effects, different designs. This is where you come to kind of use it, and in order to make your products more enhanced, in order to make your work look a lot more professional. So right now I have my personal account. Right now we are doing this as a personal account, and let's say I want to create um let's say I want to create an Instagram post in order to attract more attention to what I love doing, which is photography. So here we can start with a template. I can select from thousands of free templates in order to get started, or I can once again sign up for Canva Pro and I can access their entire library of templates. So the little ones with a little crown next to it that says Pro, those are the ones that are reserved for the Pro users. The ones that don't have any crown next to it and that don't say Pro are free and able to are free for anybody to access and anybody to start using. So here we will have a little tutorial. The same will be for you when you start your own Canva profile. So if we go through this, we can see that we can add text. We can upload our own images. So if I have any images that I want to upload, I can do it right here with the uploads button. And then as well, we have the share and download button, which we can get out to anybody that we see fit. But right now, we're just going to start it like this. So let's say I'm creating a different post. I don't necessarily want to create a Father's Day post, but let's say I selected this template because it looks interesting. It's got my attention and I want to do something creative with it. Rather than Happy Father's Day using the Canva tools, I could say Happy Mother, whoops, I can't even type. Happy Mother's Day. And I can repeat that same thing. I can also make the text smaller in order to fit my space. And then I can also make sure that this is repeated down here in other positions in order to make it fit properly with what I'm trying to do. So if we take this, if we just go through and change all these to Happy Mother's Day, we can see that it all fits nicely. And once again, we can paste to match the style. Um, and we can use Canva's tools to kind of create a post that we see fit. And then also, if you want, you can also add in your own images. So the image that is behind here, if I can access it, the image that is behind here is not an image that I necessarily want to use. So I can get rid of it completely. All the text is still there, as you can see with the purple boxes, but I don't really want to use the photo that is here, the man throwing up his child. Um, what I want to utilize is I want to utilize my own photos. So if we get rid of that, it'll save the place, it'll save the templates that I'm using, and then we can go through and we can upload my own photos to use in the background. So if I hit the uploads button, I can upload my files or I can record myself. And I can select from a variety of pictures that I have saved in order to make sure that these photos are the ones that I actually want to use. So let's say we go here. Let's say, let's say for the purposes of this, let's say I'll use this random photo that I took of my robotics club at school. So we'll take both photos and then we can enhance the size of the photo as well. Seeing as it won't fit the page, we can put this one, we can minimize it or we can get rid of it. But let's say I want to use this photo right here for this little background picture. So what I can do is I can reshape and resize the entire photo in order to fit the square that it needs to be in. And now if I want to bring this template back here, we can match it up and slide it back into place. And there we go. We have the template, we have the outline. We can remove the watermark if we want we can remove the watermark at a cost. We can also align it to the page. We can duplicate it. We can copy the style, and then we can, of course, add more colors if we want. So let's say I want to change the background of this. Let's say I want to make it navy blue. Let's say I just want to go through, change it all, or I can change it to what the photo is. So let's say I want to match the style of the photo. It'll pull all the colors from the photo and give you a template that you can use here in order to match the colors. Um, or if I want, I can upload a video or I can upload audio as well to my creation. But let's say I don't want to do this and this looks horrible. I think this looks horrible. I don't want to do it. We can replace everything and start over from scratch. So here we can see a nice photo of the ocean, or I can go through and I can select different things. Like I can select, once again, I can select the Happy Father's Day post. I can go through and I can select different templates that I want to utilize to post on Instagram or other apps like that. Or I can add these into my own presentations as well, and it also comes with a video. The video is essentially a way for you to kind of make it more unique, make the style a lot more unique. But of course, some of these you do need to pay for as well. But let's say I want to start from scratch and I don't want to do that at all. What I can do is I can either save this, which as we can see here, we can share it. We can add people to my team. We can add people like this, where you simply add them through an email. You can also add them through a link that you can give them. So only people with the link can access it, or anybody with the link can access it. You can also upload it directly to Instagram. You can schedule it, which means if you want to schedule a post or something like that, it'll take it directly from Canva and upload it to Instagram. You can also view the template link. So if I want to use this template again, I can save this template link and we use it once more. If I want to switch it to a public view link, this is essentially uploading it onto the internet where others can view what you've done. You can also download it to your computer or whatever device you are using in order to save it for later. You can also share it on any social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, anything like that. You can also print with Canva. So printing with Canva essentially means that you are sending your stuff to Canva itself in order for them to print out, in order for them to make it look beautiful, and then they'll ship it to you at a cost, of course. There's also more options, which I won't go through. You guys can figure this, you guys can find this through the all options, but some of them will include present, send to a phone, add to a website. And once again, you can add them everywhere. You can add them to different collaboration things. You can add them to Slack, iMessages, and then, of course, a lot more down here in order to either continue editing or upload in the future. So now let's say I don't want to use a template whatsoever. I just want to go through and I want to create my own. What I can do essentially is I can customize what I'm looking for, or I can start by creating a design. So if I want to start by creating a design, what I can do is I can say, okay, I either want to create a doc, a whiteboard, an Instagram post, my story, a presentation, a logo, a video, poster, all that good stuff. So let's say I want to create a doc. I have an English paper coming up, and my teacher wants me to do something about Macbeth. So what I can do here is I can essentially basically start typing. I can say Macbeth and Banquo had a major fight. So I can say that, but also what I can do is I can start adding my own elements into how this is going to look. So what I can go through is I can add different tables. I can add different lines, different squares, different photos, different videos, different charts. So if I want to see the progression of how Banquo and Macbeth over time started separating, I can customize all this to my liking. And I can say, okay, Macbeth here during the beginning of the play, uh, was rather noble. And I can say there are a few characters that represent the idea behind Macbeth wanting complete power. So if we put into this chart, if I just finish typing the names here, if we put into this chart all the characters that are related and all the key characters, we can go through and we can say, okay, we can see the progression of evil represented as a number. Let's say in the beginning, Macbeth was sitting at 100. He is pure, and his progression over time slowly goes down. Let's say after the murder of King Duncan, Macbeth returns to Macbeth starts turning into that evil, or let's say when he's contemplating King Duncan, Macbeth goes down a little bit, and we can represent that going down by saying he goes down to, let's say, 90. And let's say after the murder of King Duncan, Macbeth now goes down to 45. We can see here the progression that Macbeth started at all the way down to when he commits all these murders and things like that. Or let's say with Banquo, he started at 100 and then he started to be more noble and question Macbeth, so he started rising. And now let's say since Duncan was murdered by Macbeth, let's say now he remains at a noble standing because Duncan had some suspicions. So now Banquo had some suspicions. So now we can see how this chart kind of fluctuates. It'll update in live format for you to view, and you can go through and customize the numbers once more and make sure that your graph fits exactly what you want to do. There's also different settings, like you can customize the size and other things like that. But let's say I wanted to add some other elements into there. Like let's say I wanted to add some graphics, some neat little graphics that I can utilize in order to represent my idea clearly. Maybe in this circle, I want to say, maybe in the circle, I want to explore the true identity of Macbeth. With a text box, I can add in text, I can start typing, and then I can expand that out using lines and other things like that. If I want to use this for a brand, I will need to upload. I will need to try Canva Pro, where I can add in my logos, upload image fonts, create a brand voice, and other things like that. But let's say I want to upload some stuff. Let's say for some reason I want to add in my robotics photo. I can do that by simply just dragging it in, and once again, I can delete it as well. Or if I want to add in other works or work on other work, I can also access that work once more. So now we can see down here that we've added other works in. So you can add other works in order to make sure that they flow together. But seeing as we don't need this one, we can of course get rid of it. And then once again, we're left back to our own blank template. So Canva is really there for you to kind of customize, for you to kind of play around with in order for you to make it look pretty. You can also use Canva to create different things like resumes. So if you're somebody who's going back into the workforce, what you can do is we can view a detailed resume, and we can also use a different kind of template for this. So here we have something that is set up perfectly, something that employers will view as basically something that they want to look at. So we can customize this by saying Brandon Faulkner. We can say media relations intern. I can write a quick bio about myself. I can customize the photo. I can say what my experience is. I can add in my different contact information like my phone number, my email address, my address. We can put in my education. We can put in my experiences, and then we can also put in the amount of languages that I speak. And then we can also create a little timeline of what I started out. So let's say when I started this, it was 2023, I believe, to 2022 present. Let's say present here, present. And let's say the company that I worked at is the company that we are hosting this meeting on, which is Village Core. And I can go through and I can put in my job position. I can put in all my experiences, all my references, and all that good stuff. If you don't like this template, you can also change it up. You can say, okay, this one looks interesting. I want to use this one because it flows a little bit better and it makes me look a lot better. Or let's say you want to make it kind of unique. Let's say you want to create it like this. Of course, it really just depends on what your employers want to see. But these are different templates that you can use for things like resumes, other things like that, and play around with it and make sure that it's ready to go for other things like that. So other than that, I have nothing really else to offer other than the fact that Canva is a space where you can get your creativity out, where you can discover different kinds of templates, different things that you might find interesting, and customize it to your liking in order to utilize it in the way that you see fit. So we want to thank you all for connecting, sharing, and learning. You'll be able to find a recording of this presentation on our website, villagecore.org, under the events page. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all past and future events. Thank you so much for watching.